What's up, everyone? This is Angelo coming at you with episode 218 of Spinning Thoughts. If you enjoy this content, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new here at Spinning Thoughts, make sure you're subscribed with all the notifications so you never miss a thing. We talked to Trey and Ronnie of Cherie Amour here, and this is their first ever band interview, but the band dynamic is not new. We're going to talk about this new beginning, dropping the debut single Burn with a music video, signing to Equal Vision Records, working with Alan Day of 4 Years Strong. The excitement is there. So let's jump into it right now. This is Trey and Ronnie from Cherie Amour. All right, as always, I am so excited for this episode, but in all reality, the reason why I'm so excited is because I think this has got to be the very first band interview that this new group has really had. So it is an honor to be the first. Everybody, I'm excited to have Trey and Ronnie from Cherie Amour here. Guys, what's up?
What's going on, man?
I appreciate you having us on.
It's been like a long time coming, eh?
For sure.
Fucking A, right?
Absolutely.
Little Canadian flair there.
Yes, sir.
But no, it was just awesome, like getting on. I've heard other bands on Spinning Thoughts and listen to the playlist, especially when I was like, be at work. I'll just like zone in, put my headphones on and listen. So it's really dope to be on, actually,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I appreciate those vibes.
Messing a long time with Angelo, and it's about time we got some face to face. So
facts.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
All right, fellas. So I have got a lot of questions for you. And again, this is the first time the band is really sitting down for a long-winded conversation because all of this just happened. Like, this is fresh. I can feel the buzz coming off of you guys right now still from the experience. But just being a fan of you guys for a while, there's been a little bit more to the story than just Cherie Amour. And so I kind of want to hear from you. What's been going on in your lives and kind of the catalyst to bring us to this band with this signing, which we'll talk about, to Equal Vision Records, the new single Burn, the music video. There's a lot. How did we get here, guys? What the fuck's been going on?
You want me to talk?
I'll go and punt it to you, Ronnie. You can start.
Hey,
I'm going to start on the timeline.
So I mean, you've been messing with us since like Visions, right? So you
absolutely.
Yeah.
Visions of Grandeur.
Yeah, I love that record.
It's amazing.
It's my first real child. So yeah, we put that out, and then go through a couple lineup changes and end up with me, Trey, Casey, and Brendan, and start writing like together. Not even with a plan of how to like put the product out, but like just writing, kind of getting to know each other through how we write, if that makes sense. So we play our last show like as One Life to Lead in March of like right before Corona hit and everything.
Yep.
Like we were one of the last shows, like it was that last weekend. And then I'm just gonna run you through the whole story. Yeah. So later that week, Alan Day reaches out to us and strike up a conversation there, and next thing I know, we're talking to his manager about booking studio dates, and all the meanwhile, we're still writing. Like we are writing. I'm talking demo folder overflowing.
Yeah.
Like can't even keep up with it. So yeah, fast forward to like, what was it, July? We went up there.
Yeah, we went to Massachusetts in July. And at this point, we're still OLTL at that point.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So we went there in July to record with Alan. Stayed up there for about 10 days, 11 days.
Alan fucking Day, bro.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
Right.
what? Like so he slid in the band DM just like saying he really liked Visions, and was like, I want to work with y'all. And we're like, are you serious?
Like who's fucking with us right now? Who just hacked Alan Day's account, right?
Yeah.
It was like 2 a.m. and like Ronnie and Brendan are going crazy. Like
Brendan woke me up out of like Probably, yo, I remember that night too. That was some of the best sleep I was ever getting at that time. And I'm like, yo, woke me up. But it was for a good, it was a good reason. Yeah.
So you rolled in Massachusetts. You're there, you said, for what, a 10-day period?
Yeah, 10 days, and we recorded a record and a little 5-song EP action, you feel me?
Came up there with like 20 demos and did 5.
Oh yeah. It was like 20, 25 demos, had to cut that shit down, and then so we have this product, and then
that's when I started chirping a little bit. So after we recorded with Alan, I would say that like Alan really helped us like make our sound cohesive and mixed it all together. Whereas like One Life to Lead, at times we would have like, it sounds like this one song is clearly like a rap rock song, and this one's the pop punk song. And then Alan kind of helped us like meld it all together. And after that, that's when I was feeling like, and then we also had a lineup change, right before we went to Massachusetts. So I'm like, now we kind of sound a bit different. The band is, we are different now. Like maybe like half the band essentially is different now. And so I felt like we were a different band. So I was like, what do you guys think about like rebranding, making a name change? And this was probably like September, October 2020. I started thinking about that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So this thought has been in the oven for a little while.
Yeah, it was baking a little bit.
So we're at the thought here in September 2020. So how do we get from this thought right now where you're thinking of really evolving in such a massive way?
I honestly, for me, the music kind of like led to that, because it sounds like nothing I've ever heard before.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the whole thing really got kick-started though, like when so like Tate from Happy, Tate Logan.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
He's a friend of ours, and we showed him what we did with Alan, and he was like, yo, this is fire. Like, you guys should send it around to some contacts that I have, different labels and stuff. So we did that. And I guess what did you say? It was like October, November last year?
Something like that. We didn't hear back for a while.
It was a couple months, I would say, until we heard from somebody. And we heard from Steph at EVR.
And then we had a couple meetings, and then I ain't gonna say too much because I'm sure he's gonna want to touch on a lot of that later.
We are.
But long story short, Steph reached out. It was like, hey, I like this a lot. And then we started a couple conversations, and here we are.
I find it interesting because I was wondering, really, I want to dive into really Burn and Cherie Amour here, but it's interesting to see that this evolution came internally within the band and not necessarily.
That's a great thing that's a great way to put it. I never thought of it that way.
Right. And that's really, I think, just important to point out, because I know of some bands that have been kind of pressured and forced into a different kind of evolution to get to the next level. And from just talking to you guys and knowing, you guys from the internet and stuff and being friends in that regard, I wouldn't have expected that, to be pushed into something. I'm so thrilled that this is organic and internally, and that you're actually getting the support from these other entities. It's not the other way around where they're forcing it. Am I right on saying that?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Trey.
I know it's crazy because everyone that says, like, when I tell them who we're working with and stuff, everyone's like, oh, y'all got a great team with you. That's a great team.
Yeah, it's real. Yo, I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, they be like, yo, to make it in this business is about who you know. And low key, they're right. Like, you have to build a great team, and you all have to vibe on the same level and have the same like outlooks and wants in life. And that's really what we're trying to do. So
here we are. The band then on One Life to Lead was teasing, like this ending. Right. And actually, a lot of people in the Spinning Thoughts group chat were asking me, like, yo, what is happening? And I had no clue. And honestly, I was trying to guess. Like, I didn't really know what was happening at all. So Ronnie and I were even like chatting in my private Twitter, in my DMs, because everybody in Spinning Thoughts was asking me, like, yo, what is going on here? So
man, it's crazy. Everybody was hitting me too, and I was just like I was telling you, I was like, yo, just wait.
I know.
I am so like, I want to share. Like, I'm the type of person, like, yo, if I'm really close to you, yeah, you're gonna get a couple demos here and there. Like, I just want to know what people outside the camp are thinking.
Yeah, it's important to know that.
But on this level, like,
You couldn't.
I had people calling my parents, like, what do you mean they're done? Like, I'm like, my dad's calling me, like, everybody's like, what are you doing? Like, so, but yeah, nah, it was just that big of a deal. I was just, just wait, please.
Yeah,
It's gonna be worth it.
it really was.
Trying to hint that we weren't really done because I had changed my Twitter handle and IG handle to Trey Cherie like a month and a half ago. So I'm like,
oh really?
Like, yeah, I was like trying to, like when one door, what did I say? When one door closes,
when one would you put the eye
on, like you guys get like we're not over, like
I really thought the whole execution was pretty flawless. And as I was mentioning, people in my spinning, well, I'm telling you, people in the Spinning Thoughts group chat, like when they were asking, like, what's going on? Somebody was like, are they breaking up? And I was like, they're not breaking up. Like something's happening here, And so anyways, here we are now. Whatever, was before, I like to live in the present and look toward the future. So let's dive into what Cherie Amour really is and what's going on. So the first thing I really want to talk about is, and again, like referencing Ronnie and I chatting, it was so funny because I see, Burn like being on Afro News or Afro Punk, I think is the outlet that it was premiered on. Then I see the signing.
That's crazy in itself.
Right. I mean, then I see the signing. I see the name change. I'm like, whoa, there is so much going on. But the label, Equal Vision Records, I was just blown away by that. This label, we're friends with them here at Spinning Thoughts and friends with a lot of bands that they house, like Young Culture. Love them. Yeah. Calling All Captains is about to drop some fire. The Vaughns and so many more. So guys, just talk to me about, I know you mentioned briefly, but how'd you get lined up with Equal Vision? Why is it that Cherie Amour wanted to be affiliated with this label? And just what are your thoughts on the signing? It's got to be exciting.
I think, Trey, you were looking like historically, like they started out hardcore and shit, right?
Yeah, I love hardcore, and like it kind of started out as like a I guess like a Hindu Krishna hardcore guys. Yep. And I like really like thought that was awesome. And I just was like, man, that's the type of vibe that I'm into. It really worked out once we started talking to everyone, because we had a couple meetings like with different people with different labels and management teams and things like that. And every time that we were talking to EVR, it was just like I felt really calm, and it was just like this is a family type vibe,
And like, guys, I mean, as we were talking kind of off the air, you just signed to a record label. Like, this is the dream. This is the absolute dream, but it's only the beginning, which is really fucking wild when you think about it. Like, this is just the start now. I just from like just the perspective of a lot of bands will be listening to this that, again, this is like the milestone they want to hit. Like, what are you feeling right now, like, in that regard?
I've been experiencing a state of euphoria that drugs couldn't even get me there. Like, so like I first was interested in like music and shit when I was like mad young, right? But I would be in my bedroom like with the fucking tapes on the screen, like acting like that's the screen at the show and I'm putting a fucking show on, right? This is all I've ever wanted. Like, I think I first wanted to take this shit seriously at like 5 years old, and I'm like 25 now. So it was just like, wow, we here, we've arrived. It's time. The party start now.
That's exactly it. The party is about to fucking start. Trey, I've been talking to me a little bit more.
As they say around our way, shit about to pop off. Hey, yeah.
Trey, tell me more from your side, just like what you're feeling.
I don't even know. I guess it's still like, I keep saying it's still sinking in. It's probably not going to hit me until we're like on a big show, like a tour or something, and like we step out for the first time.
Yeah.
But
stepping out.
It's like, I don't know. For me, it's really wild because I almost like gave up music entirely. Like somebody reminded me of that, and I forgot we had that conversation like 2-3 years ago.
Wow. But
somebody DM'd me like, off of one of the posts, like music video clips or something, and like, it's so awesome to see you doing this, because I remember 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we had a show and you're talking about Yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna try to, study, take the LSAT, go to law school.
Wow.
And I was ready to like give it all up. So it's just like, damn, like I never thought we would make it this far for real. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not gonna lie. Like the end of last year was kind of like that for me too. It was just like, man, I don't know what's going on right now. Like, and if if I would have stayed on that path, no, we wouldn't have got here. I had to make sure we got here. So
I think that considering the circumstances of the world that we've all been living in for the past year plus, that this is super encouraging just because, again, you guys are paving the way for a new genre that we'll talk about here, like an up-and-coming genre, if we want to, call it that. You guys are paving the way for just giving hope to other bands similar to you, like that the industry is still alive and well. Labels are signing, tours are happening, albums are dropping. I just think that this is exciting, but not just for you guys, it's exciting for the community, and that's what you guys represent. You have a strong community behind you. I want to dive a little bit more though. So the band, with all these announcements, the biggest thing probably really was dropping the new music. I mean, a label is great to sign with, a name change is all fine and dandy, but you got to have the tunes. And wow, the fire really came with the Burn, guys. I mean, on Friday, June the 4th, Burn dropped. It was accompanied by a sick music video. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Trey, in a press release, it was even mentioned that this song was started in 2019 and was really like a catalyst for you becoming a little bit more vulnerable in your lyrics, self-examining a little bit more. So, guys, just overall, talk to me about this song, Burn.
Man, yeah, Burn, I just wrote it like about a past relationship that I had. Excuse me. And I was like, sometimes you just get into arguments with people and you'll say something you regret and you're like, ooh, that one I want to like reel that one back.
I can't reel it back.
Like, I shouldn't have said that.
Oops, the fuck
and
right.
That's kind of like what Burn is like, oh yeah, I fucked up. Shouldn't have said that. And that kind of thing. But when I used to write stuff, I would honestly write it, just be like, okay, my mom is gonna hear this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was
you had to censor it a little bit.
Yeah, like I was, raised in like not like super strict, but like, Christian household, went to church every Sunday, can't cuss, can't reference weed, can't do this, none of that. So I'm like, all right, like, I'm not being real in a lot of these songs. And it's like just time for me to start getting real. And that was like I said, with the growth process thing, that was just me like accepting myself. Like, I don't have to live for other people. I'm just me. And that's kind of, I guess the music reflects that. So,
yeah.
So, and you guys mentioned that I think in July of 2020, you went to Massachusetts, met up with Alan Day at 4 Years Strong. I'm assuming this song was part of his production, right? Like he had his hands on this song. So what was it like specifically working with Alan Day on this song? Like, what did he bring to the table? This song is really epic. I mean, I'll just say it because it needs to be said, like the breakdown. What the fuck? I mean, just so damn good. Like, what did Alan Day bring to this that really made this song what it is?
So I'll answer that one. Nah, when we were talking with Alan, like pre-pro, like mid-June, I think, or he sent this, like his version of Burn, probably like first week of May last year. So just kind of get the feeler to see what we were in for, and and we fucked with it like, heavy, like no question about it. It took me like 2 listens to really get into it, but like I don't know, we learned so much from Alan, and yeah. I don't remember what the rest of the question was. Sorry.
No. So Trey, for you, the question would go is to what kind of impact do you think Alan really had on the song in a similar way?
For me, I just feel like he, like I mentioned before, he helped us be more cohesive about things. Like with Burn, it started out of just like the breakdown is still really heavy. Like the song, like the original was like super heavy almost throughout the whole thing. And like Alan kind of like was lightening it up. Like he's like Trey kind of is almost like rapping, singing something, and it's like we can add a little bit more bounce to like the verses and stuff like
all
that.
about the bounce, yo.
Dude, let me talk about the bounce real quick, because that's so funny. You guys are fucking saying this, Trey. One of my favorite things in the video, small nuance, is at the beat, like right in that first verse, just when you're.
He's talking about the two-step, man. He's talking about a two-step.
Like, I love it, dude. Like, it's because here's the thing, man. It's just like, it is so different from other elements of the song, but like it gets you into it. Like, yo, this is where we need to be. Loved it, man. Just like, yeah.
Man.
Trey's been wanting to do this heavy metal Jodeci thing, and I think we really found how to do it.
Yeah, I've been saying that's my musical dream. You know, it's like combining Jodeci with like Metallica.
Well,
yeah.
if this is any indication of what's coming from the band, then I'm here for it. I want to dive a little bit into this new punk label. This genre category. A lot of bands don't necessarily like to be put into a box of a genre, even though their bands are going to be put into boxes. For genres at least, people need a reference point. I know there's area of contention there. Anyways, new punk is what this band is kind of being thrown into. I think you guys are with open arms accepting that. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I like this. I like this way of coining a band that really is something different, right? Like, I guess if it's just a cliche band, cliche sound, yeah, whatever with genres, but you guys kind of need this reference point. Talk to me about this fusion of sounds within this category, and even more specifically, what is the band trying to do with this sound of new punk? What is it? What are you guys trying to do with it?
I guess we're kind of like just we say new punk because we can't really describe it as anything else. When like I tell people, I'm in a band, they're like, what does it sound like? And I'm like, I really don't know. So like, or if I'll play something for someone, they'll just sit there and be like, this is fire, this is hard, but honestly, I never heard anything like this. I don't even know how to describe it. So it's like,
shout out your boy Gels, yo. Didn't he run it back?
Bro, Gels ran it back like 10 times and was like, yo, I can't describe what you're doing, what this is. Never heard anything like it, but I love it. So I feel like new punk is necessary for us. Yeah. And that way, maybe if it gets started or other people might start using the term or whatever, then it'll make sense. But it's really, I guess, I don't want to say it was a cop. I don't know what else to call it. Like, I don't know what we're doing. So let's make something up.
Yeah, so like it's kind of just like a little stamp we put on it. Like, I mean, yeah, we don't know what to call this. There's R&B elements in it. There's post-hardcore elements in it. Obviously like punk and like we can get sort of hardcore-y, but like it's just really a stamp that we put on. Like, I don't know why we're calling it this, but this is what it is.
Yeah. And what I like about it, because I know a lot of bands, labels, we don't like to people don't like to use categories or genres because it does seem to limit you. Then people only expect that of you. And look, if you're going to start something new, don't put yourself in a corner right away. What I like about new punk is that it is an amalgamation of many things. So when you use that kind of phrasing, if it is diverse in nature, then phrase away is what I say, right?
Yeah, man. No, it's real live. That's what we're doing. But like internally as a group, like we just putting all the little pieces we like from different shit into one thing, and like not even think about like, oh, we're gonna go start a new like wave of shit. No, we just doing the music we want to do.
Yeah, seriously, there's no plan with any of it. And it's funny, like Ron says, there's no rules with anything. Like on Burn, freaking on the breakdown, playing the didgeridoo.
Yeah, there's a didgeridoo in there.
Okay, so I'm glad you guys mentioned that, because that is actually a question that I wrote down. Here at Spinning Thoughts, we have very in-depth research, aka I just look at people's Twitter and I find things that are intriguing. I see you guys are saying on Twitter something about this didgeridoo thing, and if it's, is it real? And where can I listen? I've been listening so intently and I'm struggling.
So I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
There's a lot of fucking reverb on that bitch. So right before the snare hits and we go into the major breakdown, listen to the end of the build up. You'll hear it.
Okay. All right. It's the first thing I'm doing whenever I get off of this call. But let me ask you this then, as everybody scrambles to find this didgeridoo. I hope I'm saying it right. Why
Yeah.
is this brought in? Like, why? Just for that?
Yeah.
Because you can?
Casey is the mad scientist of the group. Bro's literally in med school right now trying to go get his PA or whatever. But he's the mad scientist. Like Dr. Casey Allen owns a didgeridoo, and he was just like, I was listening to it and I was like, wow, that kind of sound cool. Let me try it out real quick. And then yeah, it sounded cool. So
who played it in the song?
Casey.
Yeah. Casey was like, yeah, man, I just, I had it in the basement. I just started looking at it and was like,
Exactly.
I feel like you guys should, with this new start and with this unique instrument being brought in, I would challenge you that every song you should try to fit in some obscure sound or instrument and let this be a little hidden gem in every song.
Definitely like Toby, like listen to Science a lot because there's didgeridoo on that. There's on Redefine, right? And then he's playing the bongos or whatever, or the djembe on Vitamin. I'm talking about Science by Incubus, but yeah.
Interesting. There we go. So you guys might start this trend now, I guess. And look, I want to really, you're talking about Casey here, and so this might be a good transition because I want to talk about the music video for Burn.
Excellent. Let's run it.
So look, here's the thing. One of the biggest things when I first watched that video, and I got to say, this is my favorite visual experience of 2021 so far. I mean it, guys. I fucking love this music video, but I'm a horror.
Huge compliment.
I'm a horror nerd too, but so like it really spoke to me like in a lot of ways. When I read, I think it was is it Afropunk or Afro News? I'm so sorry that it's Afropunk.
Afropunk, yeah. Still mind blown about that.
Right. I actually have it right here in front of me. I'm
gang,
questioning
gang.
what it is. There it is, right? Look at the boys.
Look at the boys.
Look at the boys. So as I was reading through this, one of the most interesting things about this was you guys built the fucking set. Casey came up with this idea. The first thing I thought of when I was writing my questions was, where the hell did they find this place to shoot? And then I read this and I was like, holy shit. So guys, that's really what I want to talk about here is this music video. I thought the aesthetic visuals, they were all stunning. The production seemed top notch. And then I find out that it really was kind of a DIY thing. Tell me about this, guys. Dive into it.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to do as a video for this because we knew this was going to be like the first single or whatever we were going to put out. A couple ideas being thrown around. It was like, wait, like, what if I said something. I saw something about like, the spinning wheel of death or whatever, where people are throwing like knives and shit at you. I was like, I want to put that in a video. Like, I want to be strapped on the wheel and just like. So then we got to thinking like, why don't we do like a circus video, but like we all die.
Almost everybody.
And almost somebody was like, nah, Trey gotta live,
And that's kind of another thing we were joking about. It was like like the classic horror movie thing back in the day was like, like the dark skinned character gets killed first. So it was like, we're doing this. I'm going to set them all up, and I'm going to survive.
Exactly.
And honestly, I loved you breaking that fourth wall. I even saw Asherita from Pink Shift mentioning that on Twitter. Like,
shout out Pink Shift.
Yeah, I love Pink Shift.
Shout out Pink Shift.
But for real, like and I'm not that big into like videography, so I didn't like realize I know that's what it's called. But in the moment, like I didn't realize it until I saw Asherita mention it. I was like, yo, that really was fucking cool. Like, what a way to kind of end that video. What an experience. And again, like you guys built this set. So like where was this actually at? How long did this shoot take? Things like, give me some of those details.
So you want me to go?
I mean, I was going to say it's
go ahead.
So Casey's girlfriend's parents, it's basically at their house in their front yard. They have like a lot of land and they like, they're just cool with us, rehearsing there and building stuff there, just doing all
that's been headquarters for
been home base. Yeah. So I don't know, I guess Casey designed the whole set and pretty much he was working on it like all day long, would wake up like 8 a.m. and do it, and then like the rest of us, we would do like our 9 to 5 stuff, and then come help him build it and pretty much go from like, I don't know, like 6 at night to like 10.
Burning the midnight oil, as they say.
Yeah, we had to talk to the neighbors like, hey, we're going to be building out here. It's probably going to get late. Like, when's absolute cutoff hour? So we probably did that for, what do you say, like 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks?
Wow.
It was at least a month. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you spend a month, you do this. How long did the shoot actually take once it was all set up?
So there's actually 2 different shoots that we did. So the scene like inside
3.
3. It was 3 different sessions. Yeah.
Outdoor scene, car stuff.
So first off, we did the death scenes in a warehouse up the road. Built that. That was a small set build, you know. Casey's the man. Like, I ain't taking no credit from him. Like, he deserves all the credit in the world. We was just a muscle. Yeah, so did the killing scenes inside the tent, whatever. That was like a 5-6 hour extravaganza. Then the next night we shot the pretty much like 95% of the video overnight. So it was like we kick off like
8 p.m.
to like 5 a.m. Like we was packing up as the sun was coming up. So
and shout out to all of our friends and everyone that came to
all of our friends.
How many people were there? That's another kind of curiosity that I had.
Like 40, 50 people.
I was gonna say like 30 some maybe. I don't know.
And was this like, when was this video being shot in this timeline? Like, did people know that this was going to be for this new band? Like, how do you keep everybody like quiet about this shit?
Honestly, so yeah, it was kind of like we reached out to you. It wasn't like an open like, hey, we're shooting this video, come through. Nah, like we handpicked who, because we knew we had to keep it on wraps. So like,
that's exactly. I would tell everyone, all right, this is just on the lowest of keys right now.
The lowest of keys, yes.
Lowest of keys.
We shot it the beginning of May, so this is really fresh still.
Oh, okay. So like this May of 2021, this just got shot.
Yeah.
Like finished.
Awesome.
Oh, all right. So yeah, then the intro, like the car scenes were shot like a week later or something.
Yeah, so we did the warehouse scene on a Friday. The outdoor stuff, like the overnight shoot, was Saturday into Sunday, and then I think we reconvened the next Saturday and finished like all the car scene stuff.
Yeah.
What would you guys say individually was the best experience of this shoot? I have played in a few bands, and I off and on still do, but I've never really been on a full on music video set. It's a dream of mine. I'd love to fucking. It's a lot of hard work. I've talked to enough bands to know that. What was the best experience for you guys?
First off, me neither. Like, I ain't never been on a music video set like that. So, I mean, we've done videos, but nothing like set. Like the best thing about it, like I was with my boys. We was doing what we wanted to do, but then we got to share it with like, the extras and the crew that were there. Like, they were all our friends too. So it was like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting choked up thinking about it. So,
yours is way deeper than mine.
I just want to be having fun with my friends, yo.
I feel like I shouldn't even speak on what I was gonna say. My favorite part was now, just because like,
go ahead, Joe.
So
bro, be you. Say what you was gonna say.
And I just was crushing that mystery chili, dog. And,
Brent.
The hot dog, just getting to stuff my face and act stupid, like that was my favorite part of it.
Oh yeah, me and Brendan was kind of pissed. Yo. I was like, damn, I kind of wanted some of that chili.
I know y'all was hungry too. I was like, actually, this mystery chili not bad, dog.
It ain't a mystery, yo. It's Hormel.
One of the coolest things about this video, though, too, guys, is every individual person in the band's personality came through. Like, and I don't even know you guys like in person, right? Like we've never had the opportunity. Hopefully that changes here soon to meet in person. But like you have personalities. We're friends on the internet, right?
I can't wait for that.
Right? It seems to shine through in this video. It just seems like you guys had a lot of fucking fun and you just wanted everybody to share in that fun. So I implore everybody to go check out this music video, Burn, from Cherie Amour. It is, to date, my favorite visual experience in this music world that we live in.
That's crazy you calling it a visual experience.
That's what it is. It's what
I
it
just
is.
want to say shout out to Tim Chesniak, Syndicate Road, for helping us shoot the video and doing all the crazy, just being out there with us for all that time doing the video.
Hey man, shout out to Jacob the generator operator because he put in hella work, yo.
Yes, yo. Oh my goodness, the lighting that we needed was extreme. Like, you're shooting 2 a.m.
Yeah, like again, like I was never on a music video set before, so like I was not aware of all that went into it.
Yeah. I mean, you're shooting in pitch black, right? I mean, so yeah, I can't even imagine what it would take to get all of this coordinated, to have it look as, I mean, top-notch professional, the acting, the sequencing, everything, guys. This is, that's why I'm calling it a visual experience, because it really is. Everybody's got to go check this out.
When you work with professionals, your shit gonna look professional. Shout out Tim and Casey, yo.
There we go. There we go. Now, guys, I have kind of a couple of questions that are going to be all in one, because I feel like there's really only going to be one kind of answer here.
Okay.
I'm going to ask it because I got to ask it. You know, here at Spinning Thoughts, we ask the tough fucking questions all the time. So
put that shit on a shirt, yo.
Right. So I'm trying to get ready.
So, all right, look, we've got the band just signing to Equal Vision. We've got Burn. We got a music video. There's all this hype. Trey, you even mentioned, I don't know if it was on the recording or before, that now really you got to keep this hype going. We got to keep going and move forward. And obviously, like, Equal Vision isn't going to sign a band just for a single. I would expect an EP, an album. Live music is opening back up. Porch Fest was just popping in Philly that I saw a bunch of videos on. So, guys, to the best of your ability, what's next? Or maybe at least what would you hope to be able to do now with all of this? This is opportunity that you have here, right? What do you hope to accomplish or do with these opportunities with the rest of 2021?
Look, if you've been peeping our socials, you know we've been working. So you know there's shit's coming. Me personally, I ain't gonna speak on it too much. I kind of want to just like watch everybody like just witness, you know what I'm saying? Like see how they take it when it comes out. Like I don't want to give no teasers away. But yeah, there's definitely shit coming.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have some more stuff dropping later in the year. I don't know how much we're allowed to say. That's the other thing about being on a label now. Is like, what are the rules? How do we handle this? I don't really understand.
Right. Everything's a mystery now.
I know. Ronnie, again, jumping back to you and me and chatting and stuff. It's like I was hitting you up. I was like, yo, we got to get you on and talk about this. And now that you guys are where you're at, I mean, this is exciting stuff. There's people that are part of your team. It's not just you guys. And so you're working with a team of people. I respect that. Here at Spinning Thoughts, one of the biggest things that I strive for is I really don't like to ask questions that I know bands can't answer. I think it's silly. It's going to waste my time, your time, and the listeners.
Sure. We could dance around it for however long, but you know.
So look, I mean, I would assume that we'll hopefully get some more music. That seems to be inevitable from you guys, and I would love to then see how some of these songs transition live, and I'm sure that's coming at some point. Again, for those listening, this band just signed to Equal Vision. They worked with Alan Day. This isn't going to be, I'm sure there isn't going to be a lull. This is just the beginning.
Only the top.
Only the beginning, friends. I'm really excited. I am. And as we're winding down here in episode 218, I can't believe we're already toward the end. We're going to have you back on and talk more when we can talk about some of the stuff that's maybe down the pipeline. But here's one of the last questions I want to leave you with. At Spinning Thoughts, we're big on community. You guys know that, and everybody listening knows that. I'm just really impressed with you guys. Being a friend and a fan of what you've been doing in other monikers leading up to this, I am just really impressed with this. You're making moves. You're heading into what seems to be an extremely exciting and bright future. I'm sure some of the decisions leading up to this point weren't easy, and that some risk was involved. Right now, we're all still trying to figure out this world that we're in as it's opening back up. What advice do you guys have You know, you got a lot of people that are kind of on a similar level as you that now want to get to what you guys are doing. What advice do you have for other bands, other people, to kind of take their music or band to the next level?
I think
Trey,
Ronnie
gonna start that.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I think you might have something more like concrete to say, but you know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
no.
say.
As soon as he said, tough decisions and blah blah blah, I was like, yeah, no, I already know what I'm gonna hit him with.
But you know what I usually go back to is like, so this was 2016. We saw who's state champs and neck deep.
State champs neck deep. It was my 20th birthday. That's why we did the meet and greet.
But yeah, so we did like the VIP meet and greet, and we're talking to Evan from state champs, and like we're like, hey, we're a band, and he was like, if you guys are good and you just keep going at it, you're gonna get somewhere. The problem is so many people quit. They just quit. And he's like, if you keep going, I promise you, you're gonna make it. And I kind of feel like that's what happened. But I also feel like, for me, I'm kind of a spiritual person. Ronnie, you know how I'm always talking
already
about, setting the right intentions and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this, I was trying to be aware and conscious of what I actually wanted to get out of this and why I'm doing it. Not just to be like, oh, I want to, be famous and meet people and get money or whatever it is. I'm like, what I really want to do is I just love making music. I love doing it with this band in particular. I love the team that we have around us. I have a lot of, things I like to, messages I want to get out to people. And this will give me a platform to do some good work and charity things. So I feel like, if you just keep working hard and you have the right intentions about everything, it'll work out.
I love that. Ronnie, what say you?
So like, just lately I've been thinking about this whole thing, man, this just life, right? And how, you come across certain people and like, you were supposed to come across those people. Like it was written, like how crazy is it that we are all existing out of all the years in history, we are all existing in the same time period.
I feel lucky.
Yeah, like I've been thinking about this thing though called I speak on perfect timing a lot. Like everything happens for a reason. The shit that happened 5-6 years ago that you thought was pointless at the time, like had that shit not happened, you wouldn't be where you're at today. Like had we not gone through lineup changes, had we not had tough discussions, had we not really sat down and like hashed some shit out. Like, I mean, that's still a tough discussion, but had we not gone through everything we gone through, we wouldn't be here today in this very moment. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to Angelo about shit I've been doing. That's perfect timing is a real thing. And like, just believe in it, man. You got to manifest yourself. So as long as you speak it, as long as you got that path you want to go on, you're going to get there.
Yeah, and I was gonna say definitely like I'm thinking now for me, like personally, I guess like I was saying, like making decisions on whether I want to go like, just like an academic route, like do law school or this. And it's like
I would have kicked your ass, yo. I'd have kicked your ass, yo. I'm like, you are too talented to go and do that shit. I mean, you can still go do it, but like I wasn't gonna let you give up.
I feel that. And like at the time making that decision, it was like, I don't know if music's gonna work. I don't know how this is all gonna go. That was definitely like, at least for me, just a personal risk that I felt like I made.
And then, but yeah,
it worked out.
But yeah, you speaking personally, like me personally too, like, I mean, I was always going to do music. So like, whether like these are my guys and I love them. These are my boys, and we really doing this thing. So
you guys really are fucking doing this thing, and we've said it a few times throughout this episode. Like this is literally just the beginning, and that's what makes this so exciting. Is 3 big things really happened over the course of just a few days. Cherie Amour is a thing. Equal Vision Records is now part of the team. You have even a PR team that's working with you. You have a music video. You have a banger of a single. This is just the beginning. The bar's set pretty high though, guys. So no pressure. But I have some high expectations now.
I wanna can I shout out 2 members of the team we ain't really touch on yet?
Please.
Shout out Maddie from Reclaim. That's our boy, man. That's our boy, I ride for that man. I die for that man. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out Jacob at Superior. He's working behind the scenes to get us on the road out to y'all soon.
Awesome. And that's really what I'm looking forward to, is seeing Cherie
It's
Amour.
not Superior, it's Sequel. I keep saying that. Sorry.
Sequel?
Jacob from Sequel.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure it's Sequel, but I was like, maybe you know and I don't.
No. At work I deal with a lot of companies like Superior this, Superior that. Like, nah,
Sequel
Jacob from
is
Sequel, that's
Superior.
our boy.
Sequel is just Superior what they do. So it all lines up anyways.
It's all a synonym anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, Angela, I just noticed you have "We Wasted Time" on the marquee back there.
You like
That's
that?
fire, dude.
Listen, it is one of my favorite things to do is before I talk to a band, I always try to put like a little Easter egg lyric on the back. Some bands catch it, some bands do not.
You know, I was looking at that
until just now.
I was looking at that half hour ago. I was like, that's cool.
There's a lot of time and effort that goes into this whole thing. I tell you guys, thanks for noticing the little details. I appreciate it.
I respect what you do, bro. This is just cool.
Thank you. And look, here's the thing, guys. This, like I said at the beginning of this episode, this has been a long time coming for us to be talking. I'm kind of regretful that it's taken this long, but I'm also not regretful that I am the first one to talk to you guys about Cherie Amour and all the exciting stuff. So I want to thank you guys for being here for episode 218, and just to give you guys the last chance to say anything that you want to say, correct anything that I could have fucked up. This is your chance.
Nah, man, don't be regretful about it. Shit happen when it's going to happen. It's already written. We, you know, it was meant to be at this moment.
Right.
Nah, everything's cool on my end.
Yeah, I don't really know if I have anything to say, but I just want to say thank you for, inviting us on. Like I said, I've already been a fan of Spinning Thoughts, listening to the pod, so it's just really awesome to get on.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Oh, you guys will. You're not gonna have a choice. Whenever there's more meat to this bone, we're gonna be back and we're gonna be chewing on it big time.
Pretty soon, Angela's going. We're gonna be set up in the corner over the vinyl. We're gonna do a little tiny desk. Dude,
I have the equipment. I'm gonna hold you to it. It was said right
Say
here,
less.
right
Real quick, follow me on Twitter though at Trey Cherie, Trey, and then Cherie. So
absolutely.
I ain't on Twitter no more, but it's King
What?
Sherm with 2 R's. Yeah, nah. Look, so I be taking a break every now and then. Like, I came on to announce everything, but nah, I ain't been on Twitter consistently in like 2-3 months.
So where can people find you then?
I'm on Instagram a lot. King Sherm, 2 R's. Go follow the band shit. Go blow the band shit up. Cherie Amour Band.
Cherie Amour Band, there it is. And we're going to have that throughout the whole episode here. We'll be dropping that. We'll be putting it in the show notes and in the YouTube notes down below. Trey, Ronnie, guys, I love you. I love the band. I love the new single. Thanks for being here in episode 218. Appreciate you guys.
Gang, gang.
I appreciate you having us on.
Already.
Once again, I want to thank Trey and Ronnie from Cherie Amour for being here for episode 218 of Spinning Thoughts. Make sure you go and check out Burn, the brand new single from Cherie Amour. They just signed to Equal Vision Records, and the guys are saying that there's more on the way, so keep your eyes and ears open. Make sure you follow us on all social media at Spin Thoughts. We have premiere episodes every Thursday at midnight Eastern on idobi Radio, and our website is thespinningthoughts.com. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Until then, make sure you share music, spread love.
Okay, my